guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's request is by Stevie, one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you for your support and your request. This is Alice in Chains, and the song is Rooster. This is our second Alice in Chains, actually. We did one more, and I can link it here for you guys if you want to go check it out.
I'm very excited because I didn't know Alice in Chains, and from the moment that we listened to that, especially the unplugged performance, I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, and I'm very excited to hear more.
Papa and I never really talked about the war at all. I asked him about it one time.
You asked us about it. That's the main thing.
I remember we were sitting on the porch drinking beer at night. I think it was summertime or something, and I asked him a question.
Sometimes you think, what the hell are we doing here, right? I'm watching my friends die.
And he just said, you know, that's dead. So let it lie. So let it be.
It's a weird experience, okay? And it's a sad experience. And I just hope nobody else has to go through it. Yeah.
Wow, oh my god, his voice, I think it's one of my favorite kind of voices, and I don't know why, but it reminds me of Kurt Cobain a little. Not like the sound is the same, it sounds the same or something, but I don't know, the character. I mean, it makes sense also because they were like Nirvana and Alice in Chains were both in grunge, like had the same kind of style or genre of music, but I don't know why, but his voice and how the approach of or the feeling that I get from his voice reminds me so much of Kurt Cobain, and it's so, I don't know, it's not like, it's powerful, but it's not like overpowering. It's not like I'm like this powerful. It's like very thin, like a thin person, but a very powerful and confident person. And it's like you can hear how full his voice is, and it's like it doesn't have any kind of weakness in the voice, and you're like, whenever he wants, he can add this scratchiness to his voice and make it like to say that, look, my voice is perfect and there is no flaw on the voice, but I can add this scratchiness to the voice, and it adds so much feeling also into the voice. And I don't know, I really love his voice. Until now, the only one of the only things that took my attention was his perfect voice.
Yeah, they come to snuff the rooster. Yeah. Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah. You know he ain't gonna die. No, no, no. You know he ain't gonna die. Yeah, they come to snuff the rooster. Oh yeah, yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah, you know he ain't gonna die. No, no, no. You know he ain't gonna die.
I know you talked in the last pause about his voice, but I wanted to talk about the guitars here in this song, and I wanted to like listen to more of it before making a comment because I was not sure that's how it's gonna go, and I don't know if it's gonna be the same for the next 2-3 minutes. But the song itself, without knowing the story, obviously in the beginning he was talking and the dad was talking because he got inspired by his dad's experiences in the Vietnam War, and then he wrote the song. But even without knowing the story and even without the lyrics, I feel like the guitar, especially the bass itself, can tell you something dark and a little scary is coming or is happening. And I feel like one of the reasons is that most of the guitar lines happening in a low register, and obviously bass is like low itself, and low frequencies usually, or almost always actually, they have such a fearful vibe to them. And I read that is because a lot of the scary things that in nature that is happening, like earthquakes or like, I don't know, tsunamis or all these like crazy floods or thunderstorms, they carry like such deep and low frequencies that, like in ancient times, like humans kind of associate them with fear and something dark or scary or something tragic is happening, and that also transferred into music. For example, they use it a lot when something is happening, like for example the music goes a little low. Obviously it's not true for every scenario. You can also create that or evoke that sense of fear with higher frequencies, but I feel like in general that low sounds really make you feel that there's something happening that you can also might not be able to pinpoint what, but it also like you feel that it's something unsettling. So even without all the stories knowing and without the visuals, you can really feel that sense of fear and like that sense of like, I don't know, like stressful emotion in the song.
You know we ain't gonna die. Walking tall machine gun man. They spit on me in my homeland. Gloria sent me pictures of my boy. Got my pills against mosquito death. My buddy's breathing his dying breath. Oh God, please, won't you help me make it through? Here they come to snuff the rooster. Ah, yeah. Yeah, here come the rooster. Yeah. You know he ain't gonna die. No, you know he ain't gonna die.
Wow. Other than his voice, the star of the song was definitely the guitar electric section, the whole thing, and it carried like the big, very heavy weight in the song. And from the beginning, that was like, as you said, the really low guitar electric was adding to this heaviness of this subject, and how really sad and really heavy is this subject. And then also at the end, it was so beautiful with the that it becomes like higher, almost with the same pitch of the backing vocals, and exactly like the last seconds, and it was like so humanized. Electric guitar, I mean, we talked about it, that it can be really like a human, like, I don't know, crying or like shouting or something. But in the beginning, it didn't felt like it, that it's like a human voice. It was more like this really low sound that is like bigger than even the humans. Like it's showing how is it the whole subject and stuff, and it was like more environmental sound to just show how heavy the subject is. But the last couple seconds, it was like, now this is the sound of the humans, like it was that, and the combination between with the backing vocals, it was like this higher part of the electric guitar like presents the sound of the humans, or maybe the soldiers, or I don't know, the humans. And it's so interesting how the video was made, because like most of the movies that you see about war, they really show like war as like something, I don't know, sometimes something very heroic, or something that can be beautiful, or I don't know, so honorable, or I don't know, they don't show the real face of the war. and this video was not as disturbing as the reality, but still it was so disturbing, and like it was showing that this is the face of the war, and people kill people, people die there, and like this happens, like somebody's leg will fall off or something, and there's nothing beautiful or heroic maybe about, maybe not heroic, but like nothing really beautiful as the movies shows it about it. It's like that people die in war, and this is the face of it. So it was interesting that they didn't approach this face, this image that every like 90% of the movies make from the war, and it was interesting.
Yeah, it
the
was.
video I really liked.
Yeah, you talked about the human side of the music, and I totally agree with that. I feel like at this point we listen to a bunch of songs about Vietnam war, or just basically like the violence or war in general, and this one was very different in a sense that I feel like it had a very like real layer to it, coming from like his father having like first-hand experience in the war, and instead of like the other songs maybe kind of lecturing or criticizing the politics behind that, or why should this happen, kind of like having that social and political influence on them, this one was different because it was just specifically about surviving that war and then kind of dealing with the trauma after that. And that's why I feel like it felt very different, and it felt very real. It was not, I'm not saying like which one is better, obviously, like we listen to a lot of the other ones that like a lot of artists were criticizing, and that's also very influential and very real, and you can really feel and agree with it. But this one really felt real, I guess, because also we listened to a little bit of the interview in the beginning, and the lyrics were also kind of like okay, I'm dealing with this trauma and I'm remembering all this, but we didn't get to any conclusion at the end. It was not like, okay, we are like after I survived and I came back, now it's a happy ending. It really felt like you have to deal with all that emotional trauma for the rest of your life, because the lyrics didn't have any resolution anyway. So also the ending of it felt really again real, and felt really like a lived experience rather than somebody from outside just being like disagreeing with all that war on violence. So that was also very like a different point of view, I feel like. Yeah, so that was a very actually interesting and very heavy but very touching music or song from Alice in Chains that we'll listen to. I actually don't remember the theme of the other song that we'll listen to, but I feel like I don't know, the themes that they choose are kind of like heavy and very thought-provoking. So I'm happy that we did that. We want to thank you, Stevio, for suggesting this song, and thank you guys for watching us. We hope you enjoyed this video as well. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.